Test 1, 2. How'd you like that? Enough dead air for you? I hope not. No, I hope so. I'm sorry. This is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word. The microphone is very obnoxiously in the shot. There we go. Let me throw some headphones on. Wow, this was not my not my best takeoff. But good morning. I'm here. And this song, as you can tell, is not very lyric heavy. And there's a reason, because this is good. Behold us for the proud one. His soul is not right within him. Behold us for the proud one. His soul is not right within him. But the righteous will live by his faith. But the righteous will live by his faith. By his faith. Behold us for the proud one. His soul is not right within him. Behold us for the proud one. His soul is not right within him. But the righteous will live by his faith. But the righteous will live by his faith. By his faith. By his faith. By his faith. Bit of a rough start, but hey, what can I say? It's Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. And yes, you are with Sing the Word. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm not a myth and I'm not a legend. I'm real and I'm barely adequate. And this morning, I'm not going to even try, to be too theological. I'm actually just going to read from my one of the best teachers that ever graced this mortal coil, Chuck Smith. Chuck Smith from Calvary Chapel fame. He was the guy who led one of the most amazing revivals in Orange County history. It was very cool, a very cool time. And it wasn't like a flame out type of revival. It was actually pretty well sustained. And it just kept going. And I'll say I stumbled on this verse. It tripped me. I was just walking through my little Bible app, and all of a sudden I found this, and I thought, oh, there's got to be a story. And there is. It's cool. Before this ever happened to Nebuchadnezzar, Habakkuk warned in his prophecy, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. But as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him. So let's just stop there for a second. This is pretty simple stuff. You are not going to have a good soul with pride. They can't coexist. They are at war with each other. Pride will destroy your soul. And as I get older and crotchetier, yes, that is a word. If you have listened to any of my little podcasts in the past, you know that I it sounds like I'm making up a word, but it's nothing could be further from the truth. But as I get crotchetier, I have very little coat rack space to hang a pride coat on it. I'm running out of little hooks, like you put the coat on the hook. Well, my pride coat doesn't have a place on my thing. Occasionally it tries to rear its ugly head, but most of the time not so much. It's pretty much not there. So I am grateful that I like to tell my friends, well, I've had most of the pride beaten out of me. So that's the case with me, is that the more I try to be prideful, the more God kind of puts me in my place. And that's okay. That's fine. Because I don't want to be proud. I don't want to be this guy. Behold is for the proud one, his soul. Behold, and I just love it when you see that in the Bible. Behold, it's like, hey, wake up. You are sleeping through my sermon, but you need to listen to this. Behold, as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him. How many times have I said that so far? I think about 7. That's a short verse, so I'm not gonna worry too much about getting deep and hermeneutical and all the other seminary words that I at one point could use on the drop of a Bible bookmark. But anyways, here's the good part. But the righteous will live by his faith. Paul likes to say, the just shall live by faith. And it's interesting, the pronoun his, not pronoun, but I guess that'd be a pro adjective. I forget. There's a term for that, and I forgot it. But anyways, the pronoun that is an adjective. His faith. His faith. It's not always there in some translations. The King James doesn't say his faith, but the righteous will, or actually the just will live by faith, no his. But if you want to identify the faith, it's like a righteous man has faith. So his faith would be pretty good. That's the faith you want. And yesterday I talked a little bit about good faith, and I'll reiterate. It's like you can believe that a donkey can talk and fly, and and you can have faith in that, and they have drugs and doctors for that kind of thing. You might want to check that out. But faith in something that is substantial, is that has backbone, has structure. If you have that faith, you will prosper in all your ways. You will live a very gratifying life. We were just talking about missionaries the other day, and I wanted to kind of chime in, but I never got a chance to, so it's my show now. I get to chime. And one of the best things about being a missionary that nobody talks about is that, see, you're raising the funding, or you've got means, and you just decide, I'm going to some foreign country that needs your particular set of skills. Kind of like Liam Neeson. I have a particular set of skills. So, so like you take off and you think, okay, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do all this great stuff, and they try to tell you, just keep your expectations down, but you still think, wow, I get to go to all nations, like Jesus said in the Great Commission. So you're going to a nation, and you get there and you realize that as you start working and doing your thing, that the people there have faith that doesn't quite resemble ours. There's Western civilization faith, and then there's like out in the middle of nowhere, depending on God faith, and that kind of faith is humbling, because you're like, I don't have that kind of faith. And then these people start ministering to you. This is the big secret about being a missionary. And if you have ever wanted, they want me to work. I don't want to work. I want to talk to you. If you have ever thought about being a missionary, don't stop thinking about it and just go. Just go. God's going to provide. Don't worry. Just go, because you're not going to believe what happens to you. It's amazing. But anyways, faith. So we wake up in the morning and God has taught us a certain amount of faith. And our faith is at a certain level. So we're not fully faith-filled because it's a process. God's working the world out of us and putting faith in Him into us. So the best thing to do is to realize that any day that you're alive, which probably would be today if you're watching this, any day that you're alive, ask God, would you increase my faith? Okay, I'm not asking for like an exponential increase. I'm just talking about maybe just one small thing that might lead me to believe you are faithful. I can trust you. And you can. And everything about God is trust in Him and He delivers. You think FedEx or UPS has a good delivery rate? God's delivery rate is 100%. And that's something we can put our faith in. Behold, as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him. Behold, as for the proud one, his soul is not right within him. But the righteous will live by his faith. But the righteous will live by his faith. By his faith. By his faith. By his faith. I didn't finish reading. Just real quick. Herein is a glorious truth of God that is proclaimed 3 times over in the New Testament: the just shall live by faith. That's what being a God follower, a God person is all about. Faith. It starts with faith. And there are so many more definitions of faith. And I might sing a little bit more about them, but right now just realize you don't want to be proud. You want to live by faith. That probably means you better be humble. Well, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching, admonishing one another with psalms, hymns, spiritual songs, singing, at least trying to sing, with grace in your hearts to the Lord. This is the end of this show, but we will be back soon. God bless you.